Hey guys, it's Maggie. So today I'm at Stanford University and we're doing some deep question videos on my channel. So the first question is going to be, what is the meaning of life? What are your names?
Is it Alawab?
Aluwab?
Yeah.
My name's Shri.
Shri. Nice to meet you guys. Our first deep question is, what is the meaning of life?
I think to me, I feel like the meaning of life is what we make it out to be. I feel like it's a different thing for every person, and as long as it is something, we're all in it together, so I don't think it matters what life means to a single person.
I kind of have a similar answer, but I don't think there is necessarily like a fundamental meaning of life. Like you could choose not to have one, but to me, I find meaning in one being content and happy and like trying to pursue things that make me happy, as well as helping others or helping just things in this world.
Yeah. So you don't think there's like an inherent meaning, but you kind of create your own, so it's like subjective. Okay, so what is your name?
My name's Dan.
So the first deep question is, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? I think it's to like just make an impact, live out the best life that you can, spread positivity and make an impact with what you're given. Yeah.
Awesome. That's a really sweet answer.
Yeah, I think also just like be happy, spread positivity. Yeah.
What is your name?
I'm Clara.
Okay, so Clara, what is the meaning of life?
To me, life is about finding happiness and spreading happiness to other people, and of course, like also, if you can make a positive impact, whether that's like individually on people or to like help the world be a better place, then doing that as well.
Yeah. Neil, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? Good question.
Yeah.
I guess just doing things you love with people you enjoy being around. Yeah, simple as that.
So, Gavin, what's the meaning of life?
Oh boy. That is a tough one. I think for me, it's like taking enjoyment in the little things and like having good relationships with my family and close friends is probably the meaning of life for me.
So it would be like centered around relationships.
Relationships and like little everyday things that are enjoyable.
Yeah.
And little things you can do for other people to make their everyday lives enjoyable.
Yeah. No, completely. Like in the end, like none of that like superficial stuff like really matters. Like it's like nothing compared to like people, right? Like relationships, as you said.
I think so.
Yeah.
We're so small in like the grand scheme of the universe and like the cosmos.
Yeah.
So I think you can like kind of take solace in that, enjoy like the little things.
Yeah. No.
It's like none of it really matters. So you can kind of define it, and then if you define it as like the little things and the relationships, you can really take action to have a good life, meaningful life.
I think it's like nothing really matters, but there's still so much significance in every single moment, just because like we're like experiencing this. It's like a shared consciousness, right? Like,
Interesting.
So Tiffany, what is the meaning of life?
I think the meaning of life is to achieve the greatest amount of net happiness, maybe. Whatever you derive happiness from, like family or like money, that's like the purpose of life, to achieve the greatest like net happiness, if you want to like give it a metric.
Yeah. How do you define happiness?
Whatever gives you the greatest net pleasure. It's a very economical concept, I feel like. Yeah.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Net enjoyment or utility, I feel like. Yeah.
Do you think it's more of like, I feel like pleasure is more like, it corresponds to instantaneous gratification. Do you think it's more of that or like long term?
Maybe pleasure is not the best word to use in that case if you define it that way. Maybe like the long term happiness like also includes like the trade-off from not having instantaneous gratification. So I guess it's like pricier to have instantaneous gratification. Whatever you derive the greatest pleasure from, obviously it varies from person to person. Some people are motivated by different things, and so whatever like matches up with your motivations the most, that is what you should be going for in life.
So what are your names?
I'm Noche.
Noche?
Yeah.
I'm John.
John. Nice to meet you guys. So the first deep question is, what is the meaning of life?
I think it's like finding a peace or contentment, and like I think contentment over happiness, because I think like happiness is like a fleeting thing, but when I think of contentment, it feels something like more stable, like long term.
Yeah.
It's like a peace. I don't know.
For sure.
I think that's what everybody says, but like I'm not creative enough to think of something else, and I think that that's like legit.
I think that's a great answer. So like, yeah, like inner peace. Like it's all inner instead of like looking at exterior sources for like pleasure.
Stability
Yeah.
to self, you know? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. How about you?
You make me rethink my answer, but I mean, for me, I'd say the meaning of life is to be happy yourself and to make others happy.
Yeah.
Simply, yeah.
It's like, and when you're happy yourself, it's kind of contagious too.
Exactly,
You're also spreading the happiness. Okay, thank you guys. Elizabeth, the first question is, what is the meaning of life?
Ooh, okay. So I think personally, so I'm Christian, and so to me, the meaning of life is to like live according to God's way, which is essentially like loving others, loving Him, caring more about that purpose than particularly like getting good grades or like getting a particular job, and like serving through that. And if you do that and like you love others of Him, then the other stuff like will follow and you'll be fulfilled.
What do you think it means to like live for Christ personally for you?
For me, I think it means like, well, one, of course, like reading the Bible and things like that, but it's also like a little bit more like understanding. So God, like essentially the whole thing of Christianity, right, is like God made this perfect world, right, and then like we messed it up because like we wanted to know more, we wanted to gain more knowledge, and as a result, like you gain knowledge of both good as well as evil. And like sometimes, you know, we choose evil. Like we want this thing better, we want to like get this job, good thing, and we'll like sometimes people cheat, sometimes people do other bad things in order to get what they want. They like take advantage of other people, right? And so like living according to God's way is like rejecting that and instead accepting His love, because His love says that, hey, I know that you messed up, but it's okay because like I created a way that like you can still like live in that love even though you messed up, because like since He's like this perfect person, right? If you do something bad, like you don't measure up, and then you can't like mix the bad and the good together. And so like he sent His son who like died, didn't do anything wrong, and like through that it's like kind of like the scapegoat, or is that the word? I think that's the word. I don't remember the word in English, but like the thing that takes the place for it. And so because His son took the place for it, and that way we still have access to that love.
Okay, so what are your guys' names?
My name's Iman.
Iman.
My name's Linda.
Linda. Okay. First question, what is the meaning of life?
I'm not really sure what the meaning of life is, but I'd say like the overall goal is just to kind of like look back and feel like you lived it correctly and like you had a good time.
For sure. How about you?
Yeah, I think similarly to that, like I think again like the meaning of life is so like dependent on the person, but I think it means for me like going back in your life and seeing if you lived a happy life, so living a life that you were satisfied with and you were happy with, and like you were content with. I think that's kind of the meaning of life.
Yeah, definitely. What is the meaning of life?
I'd probably say that the meaning of life is about meeting people and creating good experiences. Or like just I guess experiencing the most out of everything you can before you die. I would say is the meaning of life.
Yeah, so like living the moment, like small moments.
Yeah, or just like pursuing experiences you wouldn't have before, and having people to do that with, I think is the most important for me.
Yeah, for sure. What are your guys' names?
I'm Manuela.
And Mateo.
So first question, what is the meaning of life?
Heavy.
Very heavy question.
I would say the meaning of life is, I mean, I think it can be interpreted in many ways, but at least my philosophy is just to kind of take opportunities as they come and kind of just make the best out of it, to have fun. I try not to stress myself out too much and kind of just, like, I don't really know what's beyond this or if there's more life or whatever, so kind of just take this as my one chance to experience new things and have fun.
Yeah, definitely. How about you?
For me, it would be, the most meaningful thing would be useful to others and just leave a mark, however that is possible, however you can do that best. and setting those personal goals, and then that goal eventually becomes your own meaning. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like we each have something very unique to contribute to the world, right? So it's like kind of finding that and then like executing, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much, Nghia, for helping film like a professional videographer. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you guys took something out of this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.